Good. Miguel, welcome. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Last week you were telling me about your job and working at the warehouse, and that you were excited to have. You only have 3 semesters left to graduate. Tell me how it's going.
I've just been working, for a while. I've been working, like I told you, since high school, so we can pay off, the cars and everything. School's been going good, surely, slowly but surely. Just taking a little while. Everyone feels like school drags a bit. But yeah, I do kind of, I guess, have some problems with it.
Problems in what way? What problems do you see?
Okay, so, I'm working and I'm going to school, which is, making school just, I don't get to work on it as much as I feel like I need to. And,
Well, I know you've been working. You said you've been working very hard since, your father hasn't been able to help you. Your family hasn't been able to help you pay for college. I know you've been working at the warehouse very hard and trying to live up to your responsibilities. You also have a wife.
yeah, Leah.
And how's that going?
It's good. We've been married now for 6 months. It's pretty
6
good.
months.
Yeah, we're trying to pay off our debts together, as one, I guess, in a way. And she finished college, so I'm just trying to finish it. So maybe I can, work a higher position, get a little more hours, something like that. Better job even.
So how does that make you feel that she's finished college and you haven't finished yet? Are you okay with that? Or I know your family has struggled to have an education. How is that working out with you?
I feel like it just pushes me, if anything, to do any more. I'm extremely proud of my wife for finishing her education. I'm proud of that. I want to do the same. And I feel like she helps me out in a way, encourages me if I need a little help. I can ask her. It's been good. I'm glad.
And so so you are Hispanic, and you told me that your wife is European American. How's that working out? Or have there been any issues that have come up that you guys with the different cultures?
Yeah, with the families a bit. Like, I seem to be a bit more closer with mine. With her, not so much. She seems to want to do everything by herself and not really talk about her family much, or go spend time with them on holidays or something like that. Try to make some time. Yeah, and culturally, the food stuff, everything's a bit different. We might fight on things here and there, but it's very, very small. I think we get along together pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you said that she likes to spend a lot of time by herself. Has that caused any problems?
I feel like maybe in the beginning, but I think we kind of worked on just talking to each other more, telling what we do and do not like, and just kind of worked on that. She used to be very to herself, but and I get that. I think some people should get their time alone, but we need to talk about certain things, and I think she understands that now.
Y'all are able to talk about that?
Yeah, like finances or school, how we feel in general.
That's good. Have there been any new developments between you two, or is there?
Yes, actually. Leah is pregnant.
She's pregnant.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How is that received?
Amazing. Kind of came out of nowhere, but I'm very happy. I know I gotta get school done. I'm working, so I've been trying to figure out, how I'm gonna do that. But besides that, I think it's wonderful.
So what have you guys come up with a plan? How's that going to work? You said you have 3 semesters left to graduate.
Yeah, 3 semesters isn't super long, but it's a good amount of time and I know whenever it comes, like having kids, you need to have enough money to support, the whole family. So I really want to get school done,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not just spending enough time on that because I'm working. So I suggested the idea that that we
Mm-hmm.
move in with my parents, so she can take care of the baby while I'm getting school done, and we don't have to worry about paying for things like utility or you know just stuff like that. I think renting out our own apartment or just it'd be more expensive and just too hard for the both of us, because I think she should really be a part of it.
Is that something that in your culture is common for them to go, for you, like is it acceptable for you to go live with your parents? Is that something that your parents
Yeah, oh yeah, my
would
family
agree to?
are very, very accepting and wanting to always help out. Not so much with her. She again goes back to that kind of just like isolating herself away from the family. So she doesn't really want to go back and live with my parents. She wouldn't even want to go back and live with hers. She doesn't, I guess, have that kind of relationship. So I'm just trying to work that out.
So she said she didn't want to do that?
Yeah, no.
And has the idea or this plan that you have to get some help and help out with your finances, has this caused any issues between you two? Have you?
Yeah, lately we've been kind of arguing about what should we do. So I thought it was a good idea to come. I guess I don't know, talk to you about it, tell you where I'm coming from, how I feel about it.
And what are her responses? What is she?
She wants to do something like rent an apartment, or I don't know, live somewhere on her own. But I just know that we wouldn't be able to do that, especially we have to pay off our cars. We have to be able to pay if we rented an apartment or something. We would have to pay electric, water, rent. It just
So you feel like you have a solution, or at least temporary solution, to help get you guys with your footing. You have your schooling to consider.
Yeah.
You have bills to consider, and what about her just working? How do you feel about that? You said you wanted her to move in. What if she moves in? What would she do? She still be working? Would that?
I mean,
she
I would.
not?
I mean,
with
it's,
the baby coming, what were your plans, or what do you see happening?
I would hope that my parents are okay with us staying there and not having to pay rent or anything like that. So. I'm sorry. What was the question again?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Uh,
I lost track.
You lost your train
Yeah,
of thought.
I lost my train of thought.
What?
I think it would be a good idea to live with my parents, because I can focus on school and
Mhm.
get that done faster while my wife stays home and take care of our baby. Well, of course, I'd be helping out with that. I couldn't be able to do work, help take care of our baby, and go to school. So I think that would be the best choice.
So it sounds like your family is very supportive. It sounds like your family wants you to move in. It sounds like you have a solution that would work temporarily, at least, for you to get your foot in the ground, for you to have help with the baby,
Yeah.
to have, and so that you can be able to provide for the family and finish your schooling, and even the possibility of her staying home.
Right.
So, and then it sounds like she wants to be more independent, that she wants to be able to do things on her own and be able to manage that way. What about, I didn't catch what your expectations were of her. Was it to stay at home, or how does she feel about that? Are her expectations different in that
I
regard?
mean, I think she also wants to take care of our baby, but I don't know, at some point.
Because she
maybe.
had just graduated, so I
Right,
was
yeah.
wondering how that.
I mean, I know she definitely does want to work. I just, but she knows now that this is, you know, very big responsibility for the both of us. So, but especially her, you know, I would say it's a big, very big responsibility for the mother. You know, you have to, you know, keep this child alive in ways that I feel like I wouldn't be able to do, like breastfeed, you know, stuff like that. But I mean, take care. I would think take care of our baby until a certain point, and then if she wanted to go back to work and I finished school and maybe I had a decent enough job, we could find something and both be able to work with the baby. But I don't really want her to worry about that, so I just want to get school done, and then I want to maybe even just provide for the both of us while she's taking care of the baby.
So you are during this transition time of you having a baby and you trying to finish school. Do you see the differences in culture starting to
Yeah,
erupt a little
I
more?
definitely do. Yeah, it seems like on my side, people are closer and more family centric, and it seems like you know, like the men in my family, you know, we're very hard workers and we like to provide, and I'm for that, and I'm completely okay with her wanting to provide too. It's just there's a time to do that, and I think that's kind of like the convincing that I need to do for her.
Do you feel like you need to convince her that now's not the time for her to be working?
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I think it makes like sense if we move in. It would help us out a lot. We'd be able to save up and all that.
Well, maybe what you can do is provide some goals that before you even decide an action plan on what to do, maybe you guys can get together and decide what are the most important things that you guys want to accomplish. You know, like you said, you want her to be at home and raising the child. Is that something, a goal that she wants? I think maybe you guys need to sit down together and decide what those goals are and see from that point what you're willing, where you're willing to compromise and where you're willing to work together in order to achieve those goals. Like how important are those goals, or what sacrifices, you know, and I know you have your belief system, she has her belief system, but maybe if you guys can work on a goal sheet together, maybe from that point, then you can see where you need to compromise and sacrifice in order to accomplish those goals.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good starting point for you guys.
I mean, it just gets. I know whenever I try to have the conversation, it gets a little heated. I don't know, for some reason she doesn't really like talking about it. She doesn't like the idea of going back and living with a parental figure. I don't know. She doesn't have the best relationship with her mom and dad, and that's why going to live with them is just completely out of the option. But right now I think it's the best choice. But I agree with, you know, calmly talking to her about it. And
Well, maybe if you just put down the goals first and not necessarily a solution yet, because the solution or what your idea of solution and her idea of solution are so different, but maybe we can find a common ground in the goals that you have. And maybe if you can start there and then work backwards to how you can achieve those goals might be a way to accomplish it. So you're not arguing, but you're definitely finding your common ground and goals first.
how
And
would
then,
you think I would word that, structure that?
well, with her, I think you guys can just ask her, say, can we sit down? Let's talk about, you know, we're having this baby. There's things that we want to accomplish. You know, do we want to stay home with the baby? Do we want to make it possible for this or that? And what, in having your family, what important family values do you guys want to have? Do you want to have no bills paid, or do you want to have you to be graduating? List those things of what are important to both of you and ask her, say, let's write down the goals and values, not of my family, not of your family, but of what we want to establish for our family. And then you can start there. And it's not a confrontational type of thing, it's just more of a, let's do our own family values and enjoy yourselves as a family unit.
Yeah.
Family unit.
Yeah. That's
And figure out what you guys want to accomplish together. Like, what does your family represent? Because, you know, you're still your, you know, mother's child, but at the same time, you have a wife now, so you will have your own family. So maybe that would be a good time to establish what you guys want to achieve.
Would you suggest us both coming and maybe talking to you?
You know what? Why don't you ask her and see if she would want to do that? Maybe that's something that she would be interested in doing. And if you want that to be part of your family values, maybe you can put that in there too.
Yeah. I mean, I just know, you know, she's kind of weirded out talking about, you know, stuff that's kind of personal to her. Like she doesn't really like the idea of a therapist or something like that. But I think it'd be a healthy thing to, you know, figure out.
Well, if you'd like to invite her, tell her she's more than welcome to come, and we can talk together, and she can try out one session, see how she likes it, and if she thinks that that'll be more on your shoulders, then you guys can discuss that and see how it works for you. But she's more than welcome to come. I would definitely encourage her and tell her to just come and see how she likes it.
Right.
And maybe she'll feel comfortable, and you guys can work on things together.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think our time is up. I look forward to seeing you again. Bring it up to her and let me know. Work on your goals for this, what you want for your family. Maybe when she comes, y'all can share that with me together and see what. I'd like to see what your little family unit's going to be.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. See you next time.